Okay. Let's hope you guys are there. Okay, guys. Welcome back. The crazy series is continuing. And we're going to be doing embarrassing stories with these monkeys. And before we get started, hello. Hi, my name is Lupa. And this is
Natalia.
And I'm Kimberly.
And this is Mr. Itos. You guys know him. He's my co-host on a daily basis. Okay, you can lay down now. Thank you. Want to introduce yours?
Oh, and this is Cleo.
And Zeppelin. And he's hiding behind the bed, so you probably don't see it.
So, embarrassing stories. I never even thought, like I said many times before, I expected perfection, but that is unrealistic. And so we get embarrassing stories. Do you want to start it off, Kimberly?
Sure. Okay, so my first embarrassing story about Zeppelin is that when he wears his gentle leader or halter, either one, he has a tendency to like rub it against people to try to get it off. And one time he rubbed it against this lady.
Sorry, Kimberly. Oh, she's not doing anymore. Sorry, that was super cute. Sorry, go ahead.
So he likes to rub it against people to try to take it off. And he rubbed it against some lady, and she was wearing a skirt. So he basically went between her legs.
And under the skirt?
And under the skirt.
Oh!
And I was like horrified.
God.
I was like horrified and saying like, I'm so sorry. He's just trying to get off his gentle leader.
How did she react?
That's what she did. She just kind of was like, and like was all like, you know, like it was like those old fashioned movies, you know, when they're kind of like flabbergasted. Just like that. Anyways, that's the story.
What has this beautiful lady done?
Well, not that she doesn't do it anymore, because she does, but it threw me off really bad when we first started working together. I asked her to find me a seat, and she did. She did find me a seat, but it had a person sitting in it.
The question is now, are you the type of person that will reach for it?
I did.
You always do that. Oh my god, I experienced that a lot too. One that for some reason never came into my mind, like never ever ever. I don't know why. They are living creatures, but it never came into my mind. I think the biggest, most horrifying and most embarrassing thing that Ethos has ever done is take the nastiest farts you can ever think about ever smelling. And not just, oh, you know, we're walking or we're working in a store. No. It was in an enclosed space where even open windows didn't help. We were on Axis the first time we experienced it, and it was really, really bad. The second one was at one of my staff meetings, and I could literally hear everyone going, what is that? And of course I wasn't going to say anything because I knew exactly who it was, but it was still embarrassing. It wasn't me, but they probably would think, oh, she's trying to say it was him, but it wasn't him. So that's why I said nothing. Your next one.
Alright, my next embarrassing story, I don't know, it's not that embarrassing, I don't think, but I think every single guide dog has done this in one point or another, which is where they guide you through like a group of people that are talking. So they'll be like in a circle, and then they'll just be talking amongst each other, blah blah blah. All of a sudden, me and Zeppelin are right in the center, and he's just like, y'all are all in my way right now. So yeah, it can be like, you know, a little bit like, oh my gosh, like Zeppelin, they were talking, you know, but obviously he doesn't know the dog.
It's even more embarrassing when they go quiet and they're just probably looking at you like,
yeah, like, oh,
yeah.
Like, you just added yourself in, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah. But usually I just tell him to hop up, or, you know, to like, he's usually already like moving through the crowd and whatnot. That'll just be for like a quick second of embarrassment, and then it's gone.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
But I think all guide dogs do that, no?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Matthew and Paul have a story like that, and it is hilarious.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to like, they're looking for like the best route, you know, to keep you safe. So it's not his fault that there are people there talking. Like,
yeah.
you know, as long as
And
he doesn't-
sometimes those groups are really spread out, so it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, and sometimes they don't, you know, as long as he doesn't buck me into anyone or anything, you know, and we're safe, that's all that really matters. So.
Okay,
But
next.
still embarrassing.
So I started asking Cleo to find my mom whenever we like go out to the store, for example, and we go our separate way. And she started getting the hang of it. And honestly, I just trusted that she was gonna find her every time. But one time I asked her, find grandma, and she didn't find me grandma. It was some other lady, and I'm just like, hey mom. The lady just stands there, and then I hear my mom calling me from like an aisle away. So that was just embarrassing. I pretended like it never happened, and I just kept telling her to keep going, yeah. And so it happens often, but now I'm more aware of it, and I'm like a little more conscious about it. So I kind of make sure it is my mom before I go say hi or something.
I wish I could do that, but I just have to say mom as I go and tell you this to find grandma. But the next one for Ethos, and maybe the last one, I'm very disappointed to say that I have a crotch smeller. And he doesn't do it that much anymore, but the first year after coming back and to working, he would do that a lot. Like, he would literally go up into somebody's it's like not even just like lightly smelling the person, he literally dives in there. That's super embarrassing. Or he'll go to somebody's butt and start smelling them, and it is super embarrassing because they turn around, they're like, oh, it's okay, and I'm like, it's not okay. It's not. It is not okay. And it is super embarrassing because sometimes I don't know that he's doing it, and I'm like, Ethos, leave it. And my mom or my sister's like, oh my god, he was really in there. I'm like, oh. And some people don't move, they just look down. I'm like, are you enjoying that? It is really embarrassing. I wish he doesn't do that. He does it, well, like I said, he doesn't do it that much in harness anymore, but he still does it out harness. Like, that's how he greets people. So yeah. Do you have any more, or should we leave the rest for the rest of the series?
No, let's do the rest of the rest.
Okay, guys, that is our embarrassing stories. If you guys have any, I would love to hear them. I love reading posts when people posting their embarrassing stories. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys on the next one. I think we're doing, actually, I don't know. Anyways, okay. Okay, thank you. On editing, I guess, is what you have to live with.